We go to Pennsylvania, our next caller. Jeff, you are up. Thanks for holding.
Hi, how are you doing tonight?
We're doing just fine, thank you.
My question is, it's more or less, I'm wondering about the way the judges go. Last year, for instance, well, first of all, I'll give you a little quick background. My children are raising about 40 head right now of a cow-calf operation. And they're trying to get into the same thing as what a couple of your guests there are, where they're selling off the calves for show animals. Last year at the farm show, however, when we were out there and they were competing, on the one day's event, they were placed 1 through 8. The next day, a different judge came out and placed all the kids in a completely different order. I mean, more or less, is it a personal preference, or what are they looking for?
All right, Jeff, that's a great question again. Dave, I'm going to go to you. I think you've been doing some judging, and I know Bob has too. How would you help, Jeff?
That's a great question, and I think if you put 10 judges in the ring that judge a fair amount, 75% of them are going to be fairly close. And it is personal opinion, but yet there is a type and kind that we are generally all looking for. And so most of the time it's going to be very similar, but you're going to have differences. And it also depends on the depth of the class. If the cattle are very similar in type and kind, there could be a lot of variation in the placings. But if the cattle sort themselves out, you know, it just depends on how tight the class is in terms of if they're all medium type cattle, if they're all really good cattle, or if they're all maybe lesser cattle. That makes it tougher, and you'll get more variation in the placing because the differences are more subtle.
Mm-hmm.
To me, to summarize that, we have to remember this is all very subjective.
Exactly.
And if you don't like your placing this week, hey, load up and go to a different show next week, and things may be totally different.
A good point. Yeah, don't put all your decisions or your reactions on one show with one judge. Very good.